When SM's newest female group was rumored to have the vibes of Girls' Generation, fans were ecstatic to hear about this, especially older Gen fans. After all, Girls' Generation is one of the most iconic K-pop groups ever. So SM just recently debuted their new 5th generation female group called Hearts2Hearts with their debut MV called The Chase. Okay. It has that dreamy, chill, relaxing vibe. I can respect that angle, but what about the fans? Do they like the song? I went on social media and Reddit to see their take, and sadly, it's not that good. In Gen Z terms, it was mid. Some of the fans do have some points, and let's just go over them real quick. A lot of fans said that the song was boring or didn't have enough energy, or people checked out after the first 30 seconds, or they checked out by the end of the video, or that it sounded more like a B-side song rather than a debut for a new group, and that the song didn't have the it factor of a debut song. Or that the song actually wasn't that bad and perhaps even good, but not good enough, where people were expecting a lot more from this debut song, with one saying not good and not bad, just okay-ish, which is the definition of average or mid. So those are pretty damning words, right? So I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick and say that I actually like the song. And a big reason why is it did have that chill, relaxing, dreamy vibe that the song was going for. And I do think that older generation K-pop fans, say 2nd gen and early 3rd gen, do like that style of music more. When I first heard it, I was like, okay, this is a pretty cool song. I can probably find this on a B-side or sounds like a Red Velvet song. But you know, I'm down. I actually appreciated the song. It was very consistent. It was pretty catchy. I did like the dance moves in the music video, and it knew what kind of theme it wanted to take throughout the whole music video. What can we learn from Hearts2Hearts debut? So I learned a lot about the newer generation's K-pop tastes, particularly Gen Alpha and Gen Z. I do think Hearts2Hearts' criticism on The Chase shows that a lot of fans, especially younger fans, want that in-your-face song, the song that's really poppy and energetic or has a really addictive chorus and hook. And I do agree that The Chase didn't have that much of a hook, and it is a weaker song compared to a lot of other SM female debut songs, such as SES's I'm Your Girl, or Girls' Generation's Into the New World, or FX's La Chata, or Red Velvet's Happiness, or aespa's Black Mamba. So I do agree that fans have points when they're saying it's not catchy enough or it didn't grab me the way that previous SM groups did. I do think that K-pop tastes change, and in 2025, it's kind of dangerous to lead off a new group with a debut song like The Chase, just because it's not eye-catching enough. It doesn't pull people in. It doesn't have an addictive chorus or hook, and it's not really memeable. You're not gonna find short clips on Instagram or TikTok, and that drives a lot of traffic these days and gives a song popularity in K-pop today. Would I have led with The Chase with Hearts2Hearts? I wouldn't. In fact, the song I would have actually led with is their other song, their B-side song, Butterflies. The vocals in the song just pop out so hard, and it really has that Red Velvet flavor to it. In fact, even though the song was designed to be a B-side with just minimal dancing for this performance you see here, I think if SM actually made a proper choreography for this, as well as a great music video, I think fans would have been a lot more receptive to a Hearts2Hearts debut of Butterflies instead. But despite coming from the Big Four, I think that the group actually went under the radar for a Big Four group, which is surprising because SM's previous female group, aespa, back in 2020, had a lot of pre-hype and promotions behind them before they debuted. So everyone was hearing about aespa and getting hyped up about their concepts such as the metaverse and the AI and aespa's virtual idol counterparts well before aespa's debut. But with Hearts2Hearts, there actually wasn't that much pre-build-up to them. And when I searched on Google, on YouTube, and on socials, there was not many things about Hearts2Hearts. I know that SM had some trailers on them, and some people were talking about them, but when I talked to K-pop fans just weeks before Hearts2Hearts debut, very few people knew who they were, or asked, wait, SM is having a new female group come out? when? And that never happened with aespa during their debut in 2020. So I felt like the pre-hype was kind of off a bit for SM's marketing department, unless they intended to do that, like how Adore did with New Jeans back in 2022. I think SM could have definitely used the marketing polish and just promoted them a lot more. So what's the breakdown on Hearts2Hearts? Well, they are a 8-person female K-pop group, SM's 5th generation female group, their newest one as of the time of this video. They have their first Indonesian member of SM Entertainment, which is Carmen. And I think what SM was trying to aim for, I believe from the limited marketing promotion that they had, was this group was trying to have that girls' generation or Sonushide vibes. I'm like, okay, I get it. But after hearing their MV, The Chase, I'm thinking they're more like Red Velvet, like one of their B-side songs. So there is some positives from this debut music video. And one is that this song might get more love and more appreciation as time goes on. And let me give you an example. Girls' Generation's Into the New World, back in 2007. And I know a lot of fans to know that song today as a popular protest anthem, or critics will say it's one of the best songs in K-pop ever, which I do agree. But back then in 2007, it went under the radar. It wasn't that popular. And Girls' Generation actually became popular when G exploded 2 years later in 2009. So Into the New World was pretty much an underrated song until several years later into Third Generation. Maybe that this song, The Chase, might have that cult following in a year or two and be more appreciated. And another good thing is that Hearts2Hearts doesn't overlap with other existing female SM fandoms such as Red Velvet or aespa. And that's a good thing. The Hearts2Hearts team basically said, hey, we gotta differentiate this group from our previous existing groups so we don't cannibalize each other and have our existing fan groups compete against one another. So people can like aespa, and then they can switch to Red Velvet, and then they can switch to Hearts2Hearts. Because they're under a big 4 label, as one can expect, they're already getting a lot of attention, even though the music video kind of went under the radar. They're already going on music shows, they're already getting CF brand deals and getting commercials, as one would expect from SM's latest female group. A lot of fans might say that's the Big 4 privilege. It is, but I don't think Hearts2Hearts' debut was a disaster by any means. And if this was a mid song, as many fans are saying, it's not a bad song. It's not. And I think that this group can only trend upwards. And I think SM has something on their hands, as with the 8-member group, they're going back to the 2nd and early 3rd generation number of members, which is, past 5 members, right? 8 members is a lot of members. And to a lot of people, that is reminiscent of Girls' Generation.
And I do think if they keep creating songs such as The Chase, and especially Butterflies, with that chill, relaxing vibe and that B-side sound that's reminiscent of Red Velvet and Girls' Generation, perhaps they could become the next Red Velvet or Girls' Generation, but at the same time, paving their own path as SM's new 5th generation group.
So I do have high hopes for this group, and I can't wait to see their next songs. So those are my first impressions of this group. What are your first impressions of this group and The Chase? I'd love to know your take in the comments below.